Well, hi, friends. Doc South with you, and gosh, the I saw a posting on Facebook was kind of cool. It's basically the picture of I would assume a car from the early '50s, maybe even the '60s, and it says, "Have you ever driven three on a tree?" And of course, what they mean by that, well, there was four on the floor. If you had a stick shift, you had four speeds forward and reverse. Well, three on a tree meant you had, well, it was on the column. It was usually your dad's car. Yeah, the car we learned to drive on, of course. And you had basically this gear shift that was just behind, just in front of the steering wheel, between on the column, the steering column. Yeah, steering column, and you'd basically you also had a third pedal. You had your gas, of course, on the right, your brake in the middle, and then your clutch pedal. Yeah, clutch pedal on the all the way over to the left. And what you had to do was you had to push in on the clutch pedal and separate the transmission from the engine. Disconnect it, not necessarily separate it, but disconnect the drive shaft. And what you did was you push in on the clutch, and it say you wanted to start. Well, you pulled back on the stick shift. Not the stick shift, the column shift, and then down. Okay, and basically this was an H pattern if you were looking at it from the passenger side. Okay, you'd push in on the clutch, pull back on the stick. This is confusing, isn't it? Took a little getting used to. Once you did it a while, went like clockwork. And then down towards you for that leg of the H. That would put you in first gear. Then you'd give a little bit of gas, let out on the clutch. In other words, let the clutch pedal come up off the floor and into position, and you'd start to move. When you got going what you thought was fast enough, you push in on the clutch again. That wouldn't stop the car to keep rolling. It'd be in neutral, disengaged from the engine. And then you go through that cross of the H, the middle of the H, and you'd go up and forward into second gear. Let out the clutch. Again, let the clutch come back into its normal active position. And you'd be going just now a little bit faster. Accelerate a bit with the gas pedal. And then, of course, when you finally felt like you could, you'd shove in on the clutch again, and you'd take that gear shift that's on the column, and you'd go down and again towards the front, and that would put you into third gear. And third gear was pretty much, doing anywhere from say 30 to 60 or so, maybe even about like that. More if you felt like going faster. Most kids did. And there was always, and then if you wanted to go in reverse, well, you stopped. You came to a stop, okay, and you pushed in on the clutch, and you perhaps came out of third gear. Again, you're stopped. Car stopped, and engine's still running. You shove in on the clutch, and you'd go through the neutral position, and then up and towards you, and that would be reverse. And you'd let out, of course, make sure there's nothing behind you. You let out on the clutch, and bingo, you're going in reverse. And then eventually they came out with automatic transmissions where you had a low gear, maybe sometimes an intermediate, and then eventually drive. And I think, no, you had drive and then overdrive, I believe. Yeah. And of course, there was an R for reverse. There was always the urban myth. Some guy, some clown was kind of new to automatic transmissions, and he's going along the highway doing really well, going fast. He sees some car he wants to pass, and what's he do? He kicks it into, pulls it into R for race. Right. Not a good thing to do. No. And like that. So it was, it was, I guess now cars are going to start driving themselves. I don't know if I like that. I've been in too many cars that goofed up, and there you are playing pinochle or something in the back of the car. Or well, I guess you'd still be in the driver's seat, but now you're working on a chess move or something, or chasing your girlfriend around the car, and all of a sudden, I don't know, it's a computer. Things can happen. I don't. I know all my fun with computers. I hate be doing. I just don't. I don't know about this. Although I guess then again, it might work better in some people. Some people when they're driving, I suppose. But oh my gosh. Anyway, don't remember R is for reverse, not for race. That's the whole lesson here for you. We'll see you later. Bye now. Keep your eyes on the road. Yeah, okay, good.